Hey, what's good, guys? So in today's video, I'm talking about how I literally saved my friend's ass. And I'm not a fighter. I'm sure everyone that watches me and has been watching me for a long time knows that I'm just the most try to avoid fights if possible kind of person. I mean, you could just use the term bitch or pussy. I mean, that's a lot easier. Yeah, I'm a pussy. But on the real, I don't know why I'm like that. I know a lot of people that are just yeah, fucking fight me, faggot, every 10 seconds. I'm not like that. That's not my thing. I mean, I guess when I was younger, I did witness someone get really, really fucked up. And I remember sitting there yeah, I'm never going to fight anyone. I like living. But on the real, today's video, I'm talking about something that I did that could have almost turned into that, but it didn't because I got lucky. But 2 years ago, I was at my friend's house, just me and him. It's kind of how it usually starts. It was just me and my friend hanging out, and he invited someone over. It was a mutual friend, I guess. I never met the kid in my life, but I figured since my friend knew him, and he was inviting him over, and he's invited him over before, apparently, I thought he'd be a good person to chill with, right? And he came over. At first, he seemed cool, and then very, very quickly, it's kind of bad to be like this, but I kind of make my assumptions on people pretty fast if I meet someone and I kind of know already. I can just tell within 5 minutes of talking to someone if they're cool or not. And I'm not trying to sound like some spiritual ass person that snorts nutmeg in their spare time and is I can read people. I'm not fucking doing that. I can't read people for shit. If anything, that's bad. Don't do that. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Honestly, I'm just trying to say that I met him and he seemed cool at first. And then a couple minutes in, I was okay, he's a little fucking weird. That's all I'm saying. And he just seemed like someone that would wake up at 3 a.m. at your own house and go into your kitchen and just fucking raid the fridge and then leave it open and then go back to bed and just make your whole house cold. That's the type of dude this guy was. And my assumptions that I made on this kid were 100% correct because later in the night he fucking did something really, really scummy and I caught him doing it. And this is pretty much where the whole story starts. So like I said earlier, meeting him was pretty cool. He seemed cool at first, and I kind of got this weird vibe from him. And the beginning of the night was pretty normal, honestly. My friend's parents were awake, so we weren't doing anything too fucking crazy or anything. Just playing video games, honestly. And me and my friend, we always got along because I've known him for so long. I still talk to him to this day. But this mutual friend that I just met was so fucking weird. He was so quiet the whole night. He barely said anything to me, and when he did, it was awkward and just not a good time. And then it got late, and my friend's parents went to bed, and my friend fell asleep, my friend that lives at this house, and it was just me and the mutual friend. So it was just me and this guy that I just met. We're gonna give him a fucking name. Let's call him Jared. Because sometimes when I think of the name Jared, I think of that fat Subway guy or whatever, and yeah, creepy. But anyway, I'm hanging out with Jared, just talking to him, trying to make a non-awkward conversation for once. And it seems like every time I've ever been introduced to a mutual friend, it seems to go wrong. But we're talking, and I end up falling asleep 20 minutes into this conversation because it was that fucking boring. We were talking about video games at first, and then it went to famous people having egos, and it was so fucking stupid. I ended up falling asleep because we couldn't talk that much. And after I fall asleep, I wake up 15 minutes after falling asleep to noises in the kitchen, and I was okay, that doesn't sound good because it sounded literally a fucking raccoon or something broke in. It was rustling around in the kitchen. So I wake up, I tap my friend on the shoulder. I was yo, there's noises in your kitchen. He's bro, it's hella early. My mom's probably awake, getting ready for work, eating breakfast. I was all right, well, I'm going to go check anyway because I'm kind of freaked out. And plus, I realized that Jared wasn't in the room with us anymore. So I was okay, maybe he's in there making some food, so I'll go down there and eat something. So I kind of stand up, and my friend's yo, if my mom's in there, she's probably not going to have a fucking shirt on, so you better walk away. I was dude, I'm not going to fucking stare at your mom with a shirt off, you weird freak. That's disgusting. I've known your mom for so long. He's I'm just saying. I was you're fucking weird. And so I walk out of the room, and I go into the kitchen, and I see my friend, the person I just became friends with, in my other friend's kitchen in his own house, literally stealing. He had his backpack on that he put his clothes in when he came over, but instead he was putting shit into it from the kitchen and the fucking living room. And he was literally robbing our friend. He got invited over, waited till we both fell asleep, and went into my friend's house and started fucking stealing shit while everyone was asleep, and he made a shit ton of noise and woke me up. So when I see this, I already knew what was going on, and I said, I was dude, what the fuck do you think you're doing? Are you stealing stuff from, and I said my friend's name, I'm just gonna fucking say Justin. It's yo, are you stealing stuff from Justin? He's nah, bro, nah. I was what do you mean? You have your backpack on, you have your shoes on, you look like you're about to leave, and you're putting stuff from the kitchen into your backpack. And when I say that, I don't mean he was stealing their spatulas or some shit or their fucking forks. I mean he was literally stealing electronics off the table. The little house phone thingy was gone, and my friend's mom's tablet that was always charging on the kitchen table was gone, and that's how I caught him. And he was just dude, I'm not stealing anything, go back to bed. I was dude, saying you're not stealing anything and telling me to go back to bed isn't just gonna make me fucking drop down and go to sleep. And he's do you want to get physical? And he starts tensing up and trying to puff his chest out. And I honestly couldn't even take him seriously. I just found it really, really funny. And I was all right, well, I'm not about to fight this kid because he probably has a weapon on him because, he's stealing from my friend's house. So I think he came prepared in that little backpack of his. So I do what I do best, and I mind fuck him with words, right? I'm just kidding. I can't mind fuck anything, to be honest. Like, my dumbass self will probably die at like age 30 or some shit because I tried to make a Happy Meal turn into an airplane and fly it. No, in all seriousness, I just took my iPhone and I held it up in like the air and I was like, yo, I'll give you a 15-second head start running. And he like quickly like looks left and right. And I don't know if he was gonna like attack me or try and come at me and fuck me up. But if he was gonna, he changed his mind because he actually fucking started running from me and out the house. He ran over to this door right by the kitchen that leads to the backyard. And then he ran out through the backyard to the front and got in whatever vehicle was waiting for him because I don't think he could run home that fast. But anyway, before I decided to call the cops, I ran into my friend's room and I was like, yo, wake up. Jared was stealing from you. Like, I caught him. He was in the kitchen making noise. I caught him in the beginning. He didn't get anything too serious. And he's like, what? And he's like waking up, but he didn't know what I was saying. I was like, yo, come here. So I quickly walk into the kitchen with him and I show him like that shit's moved around and like, you know, stuff's just not where it's supposed to be and that tablet was missing. And I told my friend that I literally saw him grabbing shit and that's how I caught him. And he's like, dude, I can't believe this. Like, I've had him over before. And I was like, yeah, man, me neither. Do you want me to call the police? And he's like, no, don't. I was like, dude, he stole your mom's tablet. Like, that's a really expensive tablet. It'd probably be the smart idea to do that. He's like, dude, I'm not fucking calling the cops. I'll get the tablet back myself. That's not the big deal. It's just like, he stole from me. I feel fucking betrayed. I was like, honestly, even though I only knew him for a day, I still do too. And then we just kind of sat there in silence for like 30 seconds and looked around at his thought. And then my friend walked over to the back door that the thief ran out of. And he went over to it and it was still open. And he went out there to the backyard just to get some fresh air, I'm guessing, or to like check to see which route he ran out or if he fucked anything up back there too. And this fucking idiot left his backpack behind. So when this little fucking thief, aka Jared, ran out of the back door, he dropped his backpack in the backyard and then ran away back to his house and got away. Like, this moron risked friendships and getting the police called on him and like probably jail time just to fucking steal some stuff and lose it in the process of running away. And yeah, my friend brought the backpack inside. I was at a loss for words because I didn't know he dropped it back there with all the stuff in it. We got everything back that he stole and some of his stuff. Like, he left his clothes in there. It's like probably like $70 in clothes. Pretty fucking cool. He did have this little cheap ass knife, and I don't think he was going to use it or anything, but it was in there, so that kind of creeped me out. I was like, damn, he could have fucked me up. But yeah, my friend got all of their stuff back. His parents never woke up, so there wasn't like a fight or anything about that kid. I mean, the kid's still a fucking scumbag thief, but like, everything ended up being okay. Like, my friend got nothing stolen from him. I didn't get stabbed to death, and I managed to kind of save the day. And everything was all good. But yeah, pretty fucking crazy stuff. And just be careful who you guys hang out with. That's just the moral of the story, I guess. But yeah, I guess that's the end. I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. Please leave a like if you did enjoy it. Pretty crazy story. Subscribe if you're new. Leave your stories in the comments down below. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Peace.